Hey everybody, welcome to Gaming with Vindicator, where we're building the city of Mikelsfjord, and thanks so much for your patience with me. I've been off the city Skylines for a while because I moved. I was in Costa Rica for a couple weeks and just generally busy with work stuff. So I'm back at it now in my new place. I've got big plans for this episode. Last episode we built this suburban community, which, you know, because of the train station here, will definitely be upping the density in this area at some point. But in this episode, we're building a zoo on 3 islands, and we're coming back to the downtown here, and you'll notice we've got these 3 islands here that are empty, basically. And so while we are close to the downtown, this is going to be a perfect opportunity to build up a zoo, a new tourist attraction. We've been spending a lot of time in previous episodes building up our industry, building new neighborhoods, fixing the train lines, but you know, we want to turn Mikelsfjord into a powerhouse, not just for the economy, but also for tourism. So we've been neglecting that. It's time to fix that. So I'm thinking, because this location is so close to the downtown, to the airport, to other amenities, it's going to be the perfect place. But of course, we start every episode by doing what we need to do, which is to fix the problems that I created in the last episode. And I did something totally boneheaded. This bridge near the university, I forgot to connect that. So we gotta fix this because all of the buses are backing up here. There we go, and we're gonna just make these roads consistent so that it doesn't drive me crazy. All right, much better. It's clearing the ferry line. We're gonna run this again and see if our buses pick up the trail again. The next, oh yeah, there he goes. So looks like that's fixed here. Why are they backing up here? It's probably because this stop is way too close to the edge of the road. We're gonna adjust this bus line anyway. That was the next thing on my list. So let's see what's going on here. So we have a ton of buses and very, very few passengers. I think this is probably because we broke the road. So I'm gonna drop this down to 20 and see how that goes. We will give it a chance to catch up. And I do want to move that stop away from the corner because it's really backing us up. Let's see, where was that? Over here. I do want to keep it close to the subway and the train station, but I think people could walk just a little bit. And I want to move the blue one actually as well, because it does seem that those buses are getting caught up in the mix too. So let's move everyone down the road and see if that fixes this back up here. Next, I want to look at the bus line in Kiev. Yes, this was the minibus line. We're going through very tight turns in our new town here. We have major backups, so there's at least 6 buses here. We've got almost, what is that, almost 10 there. So we'll throw another 10 buses at this and see how it goes. If we need to, we might just have to switch to a more high capacity bus and pretend that it's going to work on these tight roads. And of course, the newest bus line that we created, New Kiev, I believe it was called. I give that a name, I did. And currently only, there's a few passengers. But I think what I want to do is, since this is a residential community, we want to switch that to biofuel buses. It might take a while for those to get out there, since I don't even remember where our nearest biofuel stop is. But we're going to actually up this one more bus because this community is still growing, as you can see here, and I expect that it will get a little busier. All right, one other thing we need is some death care. There's absolutely none in this area, so we're going to put that in, as well as fire protection on the east side. Yes, that's making everyone happy. Great. So we should have full coverage of the city. Whether that one crematorium is enough or not, we shall see. And let's get the fire in. You can see that that one little fire station is definitely not covering the majority of the city, and this is a problem. We're going to have a fire eventually. Let's see where it makes sense. I don't want to take out any more buildings than I have to, of course. There it is. And how's the topography? It's not the worst in the world, so we should leave that there. It's always a challenge in a hilly community like this. All right, what's next? My other screen went off. I gotta turn it on here. New water pumping station. Yes, of course. If we look at the water production, we're on the brink here. So let's find out where's a good spot to put another water pumping station. We've got plenty of access to rivers here. You know, this is kind of an industrial building. We might as well put it in an industrial area. On second thought, you know, a plane, we've got the runway here, a plane hits that water pumping station, that's not exactly a good idea. So let's move it down the river a bit and see where we can get it. Do we want to sneak it in here? I kind of want to leave this as a tourist area. You know, this land right in between the two bridges here, that's pretty useless land as far as I'm concerned. Unfortunately, we'll have to put in a power line, I think, but that's okay. We'll manage. I'm just connecting right here. Temporary line. Ooh, of course now we have to cross a road, which is always fun. We'll go up. Ugly solution, but unfortunately there's not many solutions in this game. Okay, there is our power to the pumping station, which still is not. Ah, there we go. We are in business and looking good. We've upticked. We've pushed the problem down the road, kicked the can down the road. Next item, we have a flooding issue in the east of New Kiev. So this little tiny, would you call it a river? Would you call it a stream? I don't know, but it is, it's tending to flood. You can see all these dead trees here. That's because, well, you see it right there. There's water all over, and it's coming right up into this community. So we're gonna have to fix some topography. We're gonna raise these bridges up. Well, let's do that now. It seems that well, I'm not sure the land is high enough to, on second thought. I was gonna say it might be just that the bridges were causing that flooding, but I think since this is only maybe 2 meters high, we're gonna just lift this up a bit. I wonder if it would actually also be helpful to give this river a little bit more depth so that we're not raised up so high, quite so high. And if I come just here, sneak it through, I don't want to go too deep and ruin things, but that seems a little bit more reasonable. I'm actually going to let this run while I do this, just so I can see what the effect is. Let's put the highway back. Height's good. See, now we've got some clearance and we won't have any more flooding issues, knock on wood. Yeah, this is going to be tricky given the angle, so we'll try a little trick here. It's a little smoother, let's keep that. Okay, we can live with that. Now we don't have flooding. We just need to adjust the directions. This is flowing that way, that's flowing that way. We've fixed our national highway. The railroad's next. I never really liked the way this national line curves to begin with, so I might just, oh gosh, don't mess with it, Mike. Let's just be reasonable. How's that? Pretty good eyeballing, I'd say. And we've got a relatively okay grade here. Yeah, let's not make it perfect. How about that? Okay, so I think now we have the water's not hitting the highway bridges. This is maybe just a little steep. Okay, so we've also widened that river, which should be able to handle more volume. I like it. Okay, we fixed our flooding issues. Love it. Next thing I wanted to do is, I put these roads in as a sort of guide and I didn't really finesse them, so it's ugly. We gotta fix it. All right, that's a little more curved. That's a little more beautiful. I like that. Okay, we've done the ferry road curves. I do want to look at these stop signs in this area. So what I'm gonna do is this road will become a priority road, and we'll make sure that it goes all the way where it needs to be. Yes, it does. Okay, now that that's a priority road, we gotta check all the junctions all the way along. So we don't want that, actually, we want that. And that's great, great, great. Light there works well for me. And we don't need lights on these. In fact, I'm not even sure we need stop signs. But we'll future-proof this. Now, I notice we're getting a lot of abandoned buildings. Let's see what they're saying. Not enough workers. Okay, so we, that's kind of funny because we built this community to create workers to support the industries over here. But I think, yeah, see, these are all commercial buildings. I wonder if we've gone a little bit overboard with the commercial. Probably, and the reason I did that was for noise. So let's see if we can maybe back, yeah, see there's a lot of noise there. I don't exactly want to put any residential here, but I think we could absolutely take out these segments. We don't need commercial there. We'll just try to curb a little bit of the demand or the availability for commercial spaces. Hopefully put in a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna run it. We're gonna bulldoze some of these eyesores, some of the commercial buildings that we didn't want. These are, yeah, those are amenities. So, and let's replace that with a little bit of residential. Is there anywhere else we can sneak in some residential? I don't want to touch anything near the train station. We're going to probably develop that a little bit more. At this stage, you know, we can sneak some back here. I really don't like putting anything right on the shoreline. But we could add just a tiny bit here. Sure. And let's also just plop this in here. Okay, great. Yeah, what's next? You know what, this is probably the third episode we're eyeballing this traffic here. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's still a mess in the Port of Antwerp. I'm gonna try one more configuration and see if that works. We're gonna get rid of these overpasses and just directly connect to the arterial here. So I'm hoping now that we've connected directly to the arterial here, there shouldn't be as much roundabout traffic, but I think we're gonna add also a few asymmetrical roads just to ensure that we've got enough capacity. We want to see, although we do want to see what people are actually doing. So this road's fine. A lot of people mostly coming down, so I don't know if it would help to put 2 lanes in there, or maybe even to put asymmetric roads in and out. What do you think? If you have a solution, if you've dealt with this before, just let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I think we're going to try to leave it as is, and hopefully that solves things. Though this road, a lot of traffic coming out. I wonder if it's worth putting an asymmetric road going out. And we'll make sure that that's the right way around. Yes, I think it is. Where else could we sneak an asymmetric road? Let's see what people are doing here. Mostly coming in, okay. So that in my mind makes sense to maybe put another asymmetric. Make sure it's going the right way. And these people are a little bit backlogged going, oh, they're not actually. I mean, they are backlogged, but there's nothing we can really do about that. This one, fine for now. This one backed up again. Everyone's going to the port. It's almost as if we need a second port, but that's definitely not something we're gonna do. 2-way road, 1-way. Yeah, I'm not seeing what else I could do, so if you have some suggestions, please let me know. But at this stage, I wonder if we've done all that we can. Now what's happening here? These guys are maybe a little bit too close to the corner here. I wonder if I can move this over just a tick in order to give a little more space from the intersection. Let's see if that helps. Maybe people will back up less. See, the problem is everyone coming out here is trying to turn right. I'm guessing they're all going to the seaport. Let's check. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of action. That's a lot. I wonder, it does seem like many people coming out of here turning left to go where though? Huh. I wonder why they're not just using this road, just two ways. Well, who can answer these questions? I don't know, but okay, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll see how we do. Great. How's our residential commercial demand? It's pretty low. I'm not too worried about that. We'll let this be. Okay, on to our main attraction. We are building a zoo on this island to start. We're gonna jump over to here and end up over here. And we're gonna have multiple entrance points. We're gonna leverage this monorail track. Obviously, this is something we want to use. So let's see if we can do that and how tricky it will be to get it precise with my standards. Here we go. And I'm trying to match the pillars so that I can eventually get a ferry line up here. And you know what, just to be safe, I think let's put a ferry line in, just so we know we've got our heights properly done. So yeah, we're safe there. Plenty of space to cross. I might be taking out some of these rocks, which is unfortunate, but necessary. Not sure that that's exactly lined up, but it's pretty close, and we can fix it. You like the angle? It's fine, yes. It's a little bit too high. Alright, we've got our monorail station in. And I'm gonna make just a little turnaround here. And there's one more thing we're gonna put in, which is a ferry depot, because I'm expecting this will be high traffic area, a lot of tourism. We want multiple connections, so let's get our ferry lined up, and I'd like to put a quay wall in actually. Beautiful. Wow, that turned out better than I expected. And you know what, we're gonna go with just a small ferry terminal, because this is not gonna be a major destination. But we do want to have the ferry access, and we'll try to center this directly in the middle. And the reason for that is because I love symmetry. You'll notice normal standard procedure here for City Skylines is we've got this thing bumping up, so I bet I can fix that if I simply do a bit of underwater grading. Might work, I might have to rebuild it entirely. Yeah, that's even worse. So, alright, we'll call this a bug in the game and we'll rebuild it. It's just one of those situations where I've made it worse. Okay, let's just connect the roads and see if it looks half decent. Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. Now we're gonna have to find a new spot for this, and I'm wondering, I mean, I might use this to jump the power, but that's a little bit close to where it's not supposed to be. So for now, we might just shift that guy over there. Okay, we've got our monorail. We want to, of course, add a stop for the monorail before we forget. Okay, well, we'll come back and check on that. For now, we want to figure out where exactly we're putting our main gate. And it's going to be as close to the road as possible, I believe, so that we can maximize the space on this side. So here we go into the zoo tab. This might be my first zoo, actually. Zoo main gate, perfect. And do we want to center that? No, I want to be as far over as possible. But actually add a crosswalk, so that will be fine. And we're gonna need a name for this, of course. So if you have an idea, please drop it in the comments. Let's expand the zoo area. All right, definitely an odd shape for a zoo, but I hope you can get behind what I'm trying to do here. Awesome. What's in our zoo building options? Let's check it out. I'm wondering if maybe we want a path straight off the main gate. And that will be our guide. It'll help us to know where we're putting things. We're gonna come all the way down in a straight line, because why not? We're probably not gonna have enough parking, that's fine. We'll have another one come up this way. We'll see what we can get in here. Do we want one of these already? No, we'll have more of those later. Cafe, the main gate. It's a little small. Souvenir shop probably makes perfect sense to have a souvenir shop right at the entrance. Should it be this side, perhaps? The moose and reindeer closure. Ah, amazing. Okay. Space already occupied. So I think this probably has a yeah, I think it does. It has a built-in road already. So let's see. We want to make a little plaza in this beginning area. So we will do one of these, and we want our souvenir shop right near the exit. We'll sneak in a restrooms behind that. And the cafe, I think we'll leave it. We're gonna leave that for a little bit later. We'll put it near the beginning of the park, or even maybe in here. We'll see. We'll see. Play that one by ear. Yeah, let's just put it in. You can always add more amenities down the way. Okay, and I want to make this a really spectacular place. We're gonna put a lot of pathways, and of course we're using the treed option. Awesome. Now I think we can probably get the moose and reindeer enclosure right off the bat here. Why make people walk anywhere? Okay, so for whatever reason, it's just giving me a little problem. It doesn't want to attach there. We'll see if we can just back it off a bit. Aha, yes, and it deleted my road. That's fine. We've aligned it properly, so that's good. And of course, we don't have power yet, and I don't want anything to die, so I'm actually just gonna pause. I think we'll just pause this. And, you know, rather than staring at the symbols, do we want to bring power over that way? I wonder if I move this back temporarily, will it give us power? Let's check. Ooh. Will it? Will it jump? Come on now. So that's powered, but it does not appear to be jumping, does it? Huh. That's disappointing. So how are we going to get power over here? We're going to have to run a separate line. That's not going to stay, I assure you. And let's pull the water over while we can. That'll do for now. Let's continue our building of the zoo, and let's run it so that these icons go away. In fact, now that we have power and water, I think we can just keep the game running. All right, next building. Let's see what we've got. We have a birdhouse. Okay, okay. We have an antelope enclosure. Sure. Bison. Awesome. You know what I'm seeing is that there's more land to be had down here. So, what do we do with this? I'm gonna knock this road out, and we're actually going to close this off a little bit. What I mean by that, yeah, let's put a quick fence in here. Let's bring the other zoo path down toward the water line. Now that gives us the opportunity to build some things on this side. I wish I could have bumped that over just a little bit and been more tight here, but that's okay. What is it that we want to put in this side? Let's see. I know there is something that makes total sense. This will need its own road built in, so let's put the road in first. So what would make sense to go in here? Definitely want this on the waterfront. That would be a beautiful building to look at from a ferry or something like that. I might also put in the birdhouse over here. How big is this? Oh. Yeah, relatively good size, though I don't know if I like that being on the angle. I almost want to turn it. Let's see how this goes. We're just playing. We can always move stuff around. And let's make this nice. We're gonna go and stick a road between these buildings. Do I like that? Maybe. I don't really like how that's lining up, so we're just gonna move this for a second. I'm actually going to move this one to the corner. Yeah, okay. And we'll find a building that's the same depth. Yeah, that looks pretty cool on the waterfront. I like that. Great. Back up here. We're going to make sure there's lots of places to sit down. Continue this path as well, so there's a parallel track behind. I want to make sure we're not. Yeah, we're gonna run into some slope issues here. So let's smooth this down. Okay, got our basic structure in place. And by the way, these trains are gonna create noise, obviously. So we're gonna leave a little bit of a buffer between this pathway and this area here. We'll probably fill this with trees. And I wonder, can we get one more of these in here? Oh yeah. Awesome. Does it line up nice? Not really. Close, very close. Ooh, I like how that looks. Okay. What's next? We got our moose and reindeer. Birdhouse I'm gonna save for something else. Antelope enclosure. Would that by any chance fit? Sure. It's not a bad idea. Okay. And let's do the same kind of pattern here. Good enough. And another path. What's down the line here? We have bison. The bison, okay, and that has its own road built in, so again we need to take that out, and actually we need to take this one out as well, and now we've snapped there, but whew, that's interesting. It's not quite as wide as the other one, so it's screwing up my pathway network. Do I care? You know, I actually think I have this backwards. I do. So maybe the bison enclosure is not the thing for here. Let's see what else could go in there. Flamingos, I have an idea for that. Elephants, that's huge. That won't fit here. And this stuff is going to the other island. Ooh, Monkey Palace. Now we're talking. Now this would be a very beautiful complementary building to this one. So let's get the Monkey Palace down here. Oh yeah, those match almost perfectly, color-wise and architecturally. So we're gonna run with that. Back up here then. Yeah, we said elephants were too big. I think we want to leave that for the end anyway. These are giraffes. Nah. Rhinos. That fit well. I don't think this one has its own road, but I think it's gonna fit almost perfectly. So let's do it. Ooh, I like the way this is forming up. Everything's kind of the same width, which thank you programmers, I appreciate that. It's gonna be a lot of trees, but that's okay. This is looking cool, I like this. Okay, what else can we do with this now? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to put a little bit of a scenic tour on this side of the peninsula. So we're gonna go to our park assets. Be what, in here? Tourism, yes, a pier perhaps. What do we have? Yeah, let's see how the pier looks in here. Is it a fishing pier? Oh, I don't want that. Do I wonder if maybe we go into some of our other assets and look. Dude, what do we have for options for piers? Definitely not a floating cafe. Not a plaza. Hey, what's this? It's fine. Good. Tourism Leisure Park. Do we have a pier in this one? We do. It's pretty tiny, but that might be what we want. There's nothing for it, but I have to take out one of these rocks, so that's fine. We'll put one there, and we'll do one on this side. Same one? Nah, not the same one. We'll do a different. Oh, that's really small, isn't it? How does that look? Does it look underwhelming? It's kind of tiny, isn't it? This one's fine. You get a good view of the city. This one too. We'll live with it. Okay, so now we have a destination to pull this path over on this side. What do we not have yet? So let's check that out. And while I'm here, I'm gonna throw in some commercial. I do want to utilize this. Now there's a big gap in the middle. I wonder, probably should maybe think about some fire protection over here. Although of course, because we have paths, this fire station is not going to be able to help them whatsoever. We might have to think about another solution for that. We're going to get there. Okay, what are we missing? We've got the moose and reindeer, which is right there. We don't have the birdhouse. And it almost matches the aesthetic over here, but there's just no room for it. Should we put it on this side? That's really close to the rail. I'm just wondering, or the monorail. I think I don't want to make the birds crazy by doing that. We could sneak it in along this path. It does seem to be the same depth, so you know me. I'm all about the symmetry and the squeezing things in. We'll keep this path going a little bit. We'll see if it makes sense to put the birds in here. Sure. I'm not putting another one of these plaza things in here because I want to start pulling a pathway across here. So unfortunately these rocks have got to go. I'd rather not, but c'est la vie. And I don't think we're going to have a ferry across here, so it doesn't matter how high this path goes, but I do want to put it in now just so we have somewhere to aim for. And of course it will be a walking path. We don't need the trees because it will be a bridge. But I do want it to be relatively high enough that it leaves a little bit of clearance underneath for pleasure boats or something like that. Okay, so don't want to take out those rocks if I can help it. I wonder if maybe I'll go 5 and eyeball it. Ooh, that definitely raised the terrain there. Might be okay if we pull this forward. It's not awful. And this, if we go the max 12, how does that work? My heights are off. Fixing it. Just gonna pause here because of the waves. The waves are definitely adjusting my heights when I don't want them to. So try to get this as level as possible. Can't go any lower than that, so I have to come out longer. How'd that do? Oops. Okay. Okay, not sure why it raised the terrain here. That's definitely odd. But that works. Okay, now we have somewhere to aim for. Good. So what do we do with this? Oh, I'm gonna take out that rock, which I don't want to do, but that's life. Great. So we've come through here, and if we're lucky, we can curve this. Does that make sense? I think so. I think so. We've also got a ton of space over here, so what do we want to do with that? It's kind of just a experiment, so we'll see how it turns out. Let's bring this path all the way over. Connect it up. Destroy some rocks again, unfortunately. You know, we do have room for something else. I wonder if that bird enclosure would have been smarter there, but let's see what else we have. Bison. Did we do bison? No, we don't have bison. I wonder if it makes sense to have that on this side. That's going to be a little tricky because of the intersecting road here. Can it fit on this side? Doesn't want to snap. We could, but that doesn't really make sense to me. That would be pretty sweet there. The only problem is that is a raised pathway and it won't intersect with this path, so that's a no-go. What about on this side? No, same issue with the intersecting paths. So we'll find another spot for it, no worries. What else are we missing? The flamingos I'm putting on the other island. I basically have an idea of doing a water-themed section of this park. Elephants would fit perfectly here. That's pretty great. A little bit of an issue there, but I think we can smooth that out. How do we like that? Yeah, you dead end on this path, you come right to the elephants. Yeah, perfect. We sneak it over a bit. For some reason that, oh, we don't have enough. That's fine, that's fine, leave it. Leave it, Mike, it's good. Okay, and now let's connect these guys up together. Nice little triangle. Oh, we're gonna have issues with the power. How do we get power over here? Whew. That's a challenge, isn't it? No worries, we'll get it. Good. Good. How are we gonna get power here, my friends? Are we doing the old trick with the earthquake sensors? I don't really want to. That's a problem for another minute down the road. What else can we squeeze in here? Lions, and then we've got the little props. So there's actually not that much left. I think we'll maybe just leave this for now and we start building on the next island because I have a wonderful plan. Now there's a little bit of too many slopes here. I don't like this. So we're gonna just slope off the land a little bit. And I wonder if we should just do it all this height over here. Click. And move it out to the side a bit. Give ourselves just a little bit more elevation, a little bit more of a flat pad, so that things aren't falling off into the water as I make a cliff. Just ignore that. Okay, and then before I put anything in, I actually want to get the next bridge in, which probably will necessitate breaking this rock again. This tower is going to move for sure. In fact, we'll do that now. Let's see, what's the coverage on this? If I put this somewhere in here, this will cover the entire zoo. So, can we squeeze it? Come on. No? Let's put it on this side for now. There we go. That seems like it could be realistic. Firewatch Tower. Awesome. Okay, and I know we're going to have to break this because we're coming in here. And, yeah, gonna be tricky. We can do it. We can do it. Do I want to start on this first and work backwards? No, we'll manage. What we do want to do is get in the sea life enclosure, which I think means water required. What are you talking about? Okay, so we actually need to expand the park area. Cover you up. Sea life enclosure is cool because this is going to fit right in this little type of bay here. I don't know why it's saying water required. What are you talking about, my friend? Oh, we had a... did that work? Ooh, yes. Oh, yeah, that looks so good. It's sort of sheltered. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, this doesn't come with a road built in, so I'm gonna have to put one in, and that will sort of give us our guideline. I wonder if I can simply curve this. Yeah, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Ooh, yes, I'm liking it. Is this too steep? No. Perfectly fine. Great, this is gonna be so cool. And we've got something we can jam in here, something long and narrow. So what fits that criteria? I saw a bison enclosure. Yep, kind of just dead ends there though, doesn't it? Ooh, it would be nice to get something to wrap around it, but okay, we can put the bison in there. We've also got to get into flamingos, which, you know, might make sense to put that on the opposite side of the sea life enclosure, since that is sea life. We've got a built-in path though, so I might just have to work on this. Okay, you know what? Actually, we can do this. And if I just try to level this or match it up, it's really tough to get it exactly parallel. That's my OCD at work again. And we'll try to center this a little bit on the other one. That could be really cool. I really like that. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, it's water next to the water. That makes a lot of sense in my mind. We don't have road, which means what? We've got to connect it. Yes, awesome. And ooh, that's cool because now we have a road on the top side as well. We've got two different paths. This maybe makes sense for a little food area, cafe, sitting area. We've got to get the lions, the bison in, the giraffes, and we've got to get a path down here. We're running out of room, but I know we're going to figure it out. So let's see what's left. Got it. Got it. Got it. Don't got it. Can that fit in there? No. This might have to go at the end here. Don't love that idea. I have another option. So we'll put it right in the water. It's not going to work. So we've got the bison still to do. We did the elephants. giraffes. That's another long and skinny one. What can we get on this side? Definitely could get one more on this side. So what do we want to add over here? I just want to move the birds. Let me just play with it a little bit and get these things on the board. Oh, there's a path all the way around. That's cool. So we're not actually dead-ending or cul-de-sacing. We're, I guess in a sense, we're giving them a loop. And there's a space here. I wonder if we can get the lions in there. That'd be a draw, wouldn't it? Or the lions go at the end. I know the lion enclosure has a weird feature where there's a path directly through it. So let's see about that. I see, yeah. So there is a path in the middle of that. How do we leverage that? How do we make use of that? You know, the birds are almost the same color. Unfortunately, it's not gonna fit. Okay, so we're not gonna, or will we? Will we do that? How do we like that there? Yeah, it's kind of got the same like built feel. It's not just an open field. It's a bit of a structure. So I think I like that there. It mostly fits. So we'll leave it. And I wonder if we can get the lions in here. You know what we can do? It's looking good. Alright, so we know something. We know that the lions are a draw. And we know there's a lot of pathways around them, so I wonder if I can move this guy over. And hopefully leave room for these guys at the end. Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to see the lions, right? So this is actually a draw. Perfect. Glad we figured that out. You know, it's not the most perfect thing in the world, but it certainly works. And here, we'll make it even more pretty. Now we have another challenge about how to get the power across, and I'm wondering, is there any building that will jump the power like that? First of all, let's get our water pipes in. What else can we get in here, and what else do we need? I think, you know, it makes sense to put maybe one more building back here or here. I'd like to keep it all in the line if I can. I think it was the giraffes that we're missing. Let's see what we have here. We have the lions. We have the bison. Flamingos. Okay. And we have elephants here. Great. Great, great, great. Now, before I jam this up, I want to consider this island. We're going to put something really cool in here. That's it, my panda sanctuary. We want to get this in here. But of course, it has to be placed roadside, so we're going to need to get a road in. And let's do that. This is a bit of a tricky puzzle because we're going to start from one end. I think here's what we're going to do. Wow, this thing is huge. So we're actually gonna need to make even more space for this thing. I don't know if I want to come any more further that way. We'll just come out to the right here. There you go. Ooh, okay. That's a big boy, isn't it? Big building. But that's cool because, oh, is it gonna be enough space to get my road in here? Maybe not. So we need to back this off just one tile. Oh, hey, land reclamation solves all problems. Okay. Okay, so you get what I'm trying to do here. We're trying to put in this enclosure, but I also got to get a road to come down from this side. So we'll just bring this up just slightly, as far as we need to, and I think we want. If we do this, space occupied. Oh, it's gonna come out quite far, isn't it? That's a pain in the butt. How did I do this before? I'm trying to remember. It's going up, but I'm not sure that I can make it any better. I mean, that's just really bizarre. Move it would be freaking amazing right now, but well, don't ask me why I cannot get it level. It's just not cooperating. We're not going to spend any more time on this. That's good. Hey, it's working, guys. Look, it's working. Perfect. Awesome. Now, we need to squeeze a little bit more land out of this because we're putting an extra zoo gate in here. And I'm going to just level this off because this is definitely not the height we want it to be. I'm not sure why it's giving me a bump here. It's the day of confusion, apparently, for me. Okay, that fixed it. And a little tick more land, please. Side gate, perfection. Yep, we'll sort of match it to the entrance of the panda enclosure for that famous symmetry. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we'll take our bridge across. Now this one, there's a very good chance we will have a ferry path through here, so let's put that in now to future-proof ourselves. That bridge definitely limits our options for what we can put in here, so we might have to rethink that. What do we have left? I think there was only one more. It might have been the giraffe enclosure. So we got our bison. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Aha, the giraffes. Okay, will this fit over here? I'm gonna say yes. We're gonna make it fit. Unfortunately, I'll have to back that off. And it might not like this as a connection. Which actually might work to our advantage because I can turn this just a slight bit. Maybe even snap to that road there. Oh, it really doesn't like this. What if we did that? It's going to destroy that bridge, isn't it? I suppose we can rebuild it. How does that do for us? Yeah, I think it's going to work. That is an unfortunate feature that you come off the bridge and then you go up again. But hey, it's not bad. How do we like that? It actually gives us a little bit of symmetry, a little bit of flow. What are we missing? I think we've got them all. We have the rhinos. Check. Where's the rhinos? Elephants. Ooh. Maybe forgot our rhinos. In which case I'm hoping they can fit in here. What are these guys? Giraffes, flamingos, bison, lions. So we definitely forgot our rhinos, which, hey, that'd be a cool attraction. So let's put it on this side anyway. We got the space, I think. We might need to take some rocks out. Ooh, wow, that is just massive. And I think it's gonna work if we just adjust this road a tick. and widen this pad here. Listen to that wildlife. That sounds like a zoo to me. Oh, that's sick. I like it. It is worth even sneaking another road around. Can I? It's not perfectly straight, so fix it. Fix it, my friend, fix it. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, that's looking like a cohesive zoo. We still got a challenge with the electricity. How do we make this jump? Let's find out what buildings we have that actually make the power jump. And it's gonna be a challenge, not gonna lie. How about this guy? Yeah, he has power, so actually maybe not as bad as I thought. We need to go to disaster management and take a look at our earthquake sensor. If I sneak one there, oh yes, we got lucky. We got lucky. And I might just need to do the unthinkable and put 2 more of those over here. Yes, okay. Don't tell anybody about that, okay? That's not really legal. But we made it work. Okay, and what else? We need a little bit of amenities over here. Can we sneak in? Yes, we can, of course. Let's get in a cafe. Maybe we can sneak one plaza in here somewhere. There's not really any place to play around for the kids, which, you know, as a parent, that's always on your mind. Zoo Cafe, do we get that on this side? Sure. Right in the crossroads. Yeah. And we've got the little, yeah, maybe the washrooms can sneak in here too. Across from the cafe makes sense to me. And the plaza on this side then. And a nice little area for chillaxing. And where's the flow of traffic? We've got pretty much everyone coming here, and then they branch either way. I'm just thinking about another souvenir shop. That'll do right there. Okay. This is really coming together. It's looking quite cohesive. I hate this, but I don't know if I can fix it. I might not be skilled enough to do that. There's a lot of terrain there. We're connected. We're not connected here with power and water. Oh, there was one more thing I want to do on this side. And it's something I've neglected in my city entirely. I don't know if you can guess what it is. Yep, you got it. Park maintenance building. We don't have one. I don't think we have one anywhere in the city. That's totally crazy. And look at how many parks we have. I mean, they're everywhere. So we've got to fix that. And this is the most central area. It's kind of an unusable plot of land. So, and by the way, it fits like almost perfectly, like it's made to be there. Just gonna back it off one from that bridge. It's a little too tight for me. For my preferences, there, now we have a bit of symmetry again. Power, how do we get power to this island? And water should be slightly easier. Bring it down underneath this bridge and under the road. Occupied. Oh yes, we're crossing pipes. Don't want to cross pipes. Electricity. Any easy way to jump this? No. No. Power lines. Go under? Nope. Oh boy, that's obnoxious. That I'm gonna have to put a power line maybe on the other side as well. Ooh, I just hate doing that. options, solutions. Can't sink under here, huh? I sure don't want to go over top, but it might be the best option. Oh god, we're gonna have to go so high. I guess it's not too high. And take it a rock while we're at it. Oh, not if we go up. And you know what? Oh, I hate doing that. Let's not do that. I'm gonna justify this because we don't have really enough power lines crossing this river anyway. I think there's one up here, and that might be it. That one power line might be carrying power right across the city. So we've actually done a necessary service. Okay, how do we do? Are we there yet? We're not quite there yet. But we have our beautiful pen enclosure in, and we have like a little bit of a park maintenance area back here. This is going to be 10 of 10 already. There's definitely not enough capacity, but at least, you know, we're going to start to see the parks level up a little bit. I think they go from being completely untended to being slightly tended. Good. We've got a gate here. Hopefully people are using it. And we've got all of our sort of watery slash, well, I guess there's no theme here, but maybe African animals on this side. We've got a little bit of space here. And I don't think we forgot anything. So again, one thing I did want to do is fill up this middle with trees. I don't want the noise from the monorail. By the way, how many are we carrying here? 46? That's not great. This station, 10 passengers. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out why it's not exactly carrying a lot of business yet. Maybe because we've been on pause for so long. Let's do a little bit of landscaping here. Okay, now I think it feels like a zoo in a forest, and of course I forgot this island, so let's finish this one. Okay, now it feels like a zoo in a forest, and I really like the way it's turned out. It's got a little bit of order to it, but not too much. Yeah, I really like the way this is turned out. Now, what else do we need to do? I think we're gonna need a little bit more fencing in here, keep people off the monorail tracks. Oh, I think this is so cool. It's nice and lush and dense. We've got, you know, buildings that are sort of the same weight beside each other. We've got a little side exploration path over here. Oh man, I'm really happy the way this turned out. It's pretty fantastic in my opinion. The one thing we do need to do is connect up our ferry lines. So let's think about where do our existing ferries go and how might it make sense to get it up over here. Clever. You know, I might actually leave that because I've noticed that this bus station is not doing much. And we can run this again. all of the inner city buses that come out of here, and I don't see any at the moment, they are empty. And I've read up on this, I think it might be a bug. So I'm not sure the value of having an intercity bus station, especially downtown, right across from our main central station. We're gonna convert this. This is gonna become a bus ferry terminal, but not this episode. We've taken up enough time. Check it out. I'm quite happy. What do you think? Oh, there's one more thing I did want to do. Amenities. So let's think about what needs to go here. There's absolutely no health coverage down here, but we're not going to waste a zoo spot for that. Fire. Let's check out fire. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to put something here. I just don't think that's realistic. We've got our fire watchtower. It's covering this area. Police. Fine. We're not putting any educational buildings there. We're not putting any transportation buildings there. Garbage, doesn't make sense to put that in our beautiful zoo. I'm not sure if a park would fit in there, maybe a plaza. The only reason I say that is because we've got this gap in the middle here, and I'm wondering if maybe we should put something in there. You know what? Let's just fire in some commercial at the moment. And we'll see how this turns out. Yeah, this now seems like a little hub. You know, we've got easy access to downtown. It's a quick monorail stop to the zoo. It's a quick ferry ride to the zoo, or it will be eventually. And you can drive over here, you can park over here. You know what, let's run this at speed for a second and see how many people we get. And also let's check what kind of policies are we able to use. So animal ethics will boost entertainment effective zoo by 20%. Yes. Cost 10 per zoo building. Sure, should work out. Actually, let's look at our money. Income is 0 right now. Yeah, we've got to let this run. We just haven't let it run enough. People will eventually figure out how to get here. We've got plenty of entertainment. We just need the visitors. So, is there a reason why visitors have not shown up yet? Are we connected with this entrance? Yes. I think we just need time. We just need time. Back to our policies. Animal ethics. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Advertising campaign. 20% more visitors, 200 per week, absolutely worth it. Main park, for now, yes. Doesn't apply. Celebrate is for, I don't know, will it make a difference? Let's turn it on, let's see. Night tours, 30% more visitors at nighttime, 50 a week, absolutely gotta be effective. Amusement park buildings doesn't apply. Recycle garbage is for nature reserves. So leave those policies on. We're gonna let this run a little bit. As you can see, still no visitors, so I'm not sure what that means. Can people actually get here? Is something broken? Okay, people are on their way. So let's see our first visitors. We've got one guy parked here, not in the parking lot, but on the road. And in fact, I wonder if I should, oh, here's what I should do. This is a natural candidate for a one-way road. I want to remove parking on this section here. I don't want people to park there. In fact, I might just kill parking on all of these spots. Hey, look, it's our first visitors, or second, I guess. Edward Evans, one uneducated adult. Going to the Zoo Cafe, alright. And this person still learning how to park, but managing. Uneducated teen. Alright, hey, we got people. We got people, and we've got Chirper mascot over here. So you come in the zoo, you take a look, and you choose a path, and you go see the animals. And you've got your bridge to get to the next island. You've got a bridge to another island. I wonder if anyone has come in through this door yet. Probably not. I think the game is still catching up and trying to figure out what's what. Anyone at the panda enclosure yet? Not yet. But I will let this run. We'll get it up to speed, and maybe I'll do the city tour after a few people have shown up. Do you think it would actually make sense for me to pop in another gate on this side and run a bridge across? I'm not sure it's a safety issue, but it might actually bring a little bit more tourism to and from this area where there's already a ferry. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay, well, we'll leave it here. Check out the new Thornton Wild Animal Park. We're not going to call it that, so please let me know in the comments what you think about a name for this one. Listen, I really appreciate you watching. I mean, I would be playing this game anyway. It's nice to have someone or people watch along with me while I play. Let me know what you think I should do next. There's lots of opportunity, lots of land left to build up this town of Mikelsfjord. And I've got some ideas, but we'll think about what makes most sense. So thanks again for watching. Please hit the like button. It helps more people find my content. And please subscribe so that you know when I release new episodes. Thanks so much, and enjoy.